What the hell are we doing? Top Gun, baby. That's what they do in Top Gun.
How can I help you?
Hi, can I have 2 Famous Bowls, please?
$6.62.
That's all they cost?
Do we get 2 Famous Bowls?
You get 2.
2 Famous Bowls?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
How is food that cheap?
I don't know, but it looks delicious. I just saw him take something out of an oven and put it into a bowl. Oh, there's steam coming off of it. Oh my God.
Fell out right off my spork. Wow. Wait, did it come out of the gate famous, or did they become famous?
I think it was on Vine. You know, and then Vine shut down, and then they like kind of found a home on YouTube.
Right.
It's all really, really delicious. Like the chicken kind of gets soaked in the gravy, and like you don't even care that it's not that crispy because it's soaked in gravy. Corn gives it a little pop of sweetness, and then the potatoes are just like, wow, what a silken underbelly.
I like the mix of textures, you know?
Yeah.
I used to be a big food separatist, where I would want to eat my potatoes with the meat, you know?
Yeah.
And now I've just a whole 360.
What I'm noticing, for me, the cheese is getting lost a little bit.
Yeah.
What if we could take that cheese and combine it with the potatoes to make an incredibly fancy dish?
Oh, like a cheesy potato.
Like a cheesy potato thing.
Is that a thing? You should invent that.
It has been invented. It is actually a French dish called pomme à go. There's a chef downtown named Neal Fraser at a restaurant called Redbird.
Nice.
Very fancy place. We're gonna go learn how to make that from him, and then we're gonna take it back and make our own even fancier version of that, and then pile a bunch of other fancy slop on top, and have ourselves a good old fancy slop and fancy time.
Should we get over there?
Let's do it. Neal, thank you so much for having us. We're at Redbird downtown, a beautiful space. And I don't know if you know a lot about what we're doing, but we are trying to take the KFC Famous Bowl, which is mashed potatoes, corn, cheese, gravy, and fried chicken. We're trying to make it as fancy as possible. This is really fancy, Diggs. We're in your private dining room. You're a fancy guy. I think you're the person to teach us how to do this.
We're gonna make the fancy potatoes.
Are you a fan? Are you a fan of KFC?
I think KFC does a good job. As a chef, what I try to do is find the best ingredients and charge whatever I have to for them. You know, fast food's the exact opposite. It's like taking something cheap and trying to make it as good as possible. And there's a lot of magic in that.
So you're saying there is actually like something you can learn from a culinary standpoint about fast food restaurants?
Oh, absolutely.
Can we get down to it?
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
After you, sirs.
Yes.
That's fancy, right?
That's fancy.
Sirs.
All right, so the first step, obviously, we got potatoes here.
Yep. Peel the potatoes. You guys want to give me a hand with that?
Mike, you got it. So what kind of potatoes are these?
These are YUKON Gold potatoes.
Does the size matter?
You know, I think it's a matter of peeling something very small is hard.
Some people prefer potatoes that aren't even that big.
You're saying
And
size?
this doesn't always matter.
So we're just gonna put it in water.
Gotcha. Are you starting with cold water or?
Yeah, cold water. The idea is that you want to heat everything up so it's consistent. If you threw it in hot water, if these were cut the wrong size, this would cook before that, so everything's heating up together.
Gotcha.
Want to simmer the potatoes, not really boil them. You know, you want to keep the starch in the potatoes. You know, when you make mashed potatoes, you want it to be, you know, smooth.
This is what I want to get into, though. What about like chunky peanut butter, creamy peanut butter? Is that like a thing? Like, is there like a chunky mashed potato? Like, is that
Yeah, rustic mashed potatoes. Absolutely.
rustic? That's what it'd be.
You know how many times peanut butter in my life? Peanut butter and jelly? 0.
What?
Yeah.
Have you ever had just a peanut butter sandwich?
No. So kind of the idea is you want the potatoes to be soft but not too soft, not falling apart, but
Gotcha.
I want to do it. I want to know what you're
pretty
thinking.
close.
Ah, it's hot.
It's hot.
So this is to rice it.
Yep.
So like you said, if you're pureeing it in a food processor, it runs the risk of getting gummy, whereas this is breaking it up uniformly.
Yeah, the whole idea is you want to add a little bit at a time. The idea is you want to control the working of the...
I want to see what it looks like, Josh.
Yeah,
so
pull it up.
Hold it up so I can
got
see
you.
what's coming out. It's like a Play-Doh factory.
It's like a Play-Doh
Exactly
factory.
like a Play-Doh factory.
There you go.
We once turned a car into a pizza.
I like that.
Thanks.
Cream and butter.
Okay.
It's a little more salt, and also the cheese is going to have salt, so you want to make sure...
Control your salt levels.
Yeah. You know, kind of the difference between cooking something too fast or too slow, or heating it up too fast or too slow. I mean, if you want to scorch it, it's not going to mix together correctly. You know, mashed potatoes are emulsification. You know, you're emulsifying cream and butter into potatoes and potato starch.
So
Cheese,
I'm loving this.
toma.
Toma's, is that from NorCal? Is that from
This
one of
is
the-
from California. Yeah.
Gotcha. What do you think if we're trying to get like the best, fanciest, most expensive cheese that would still work well in this recipe?
Poisse.
A plus?
Just because I love that cheese and it's super melty. I don't know how it'd be, because you might need some more elasticity. You might need to do like a blend of a poisse and maybe something you'd use on like a pizza or something like that.
Yeah.
And then adding something that was a little more viscous.
Mike also put a car on cheese wheels.
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of his background as a chef.
I do a lot of auto culinary crossover
Fusion,
work.
yeah.
Fusion. Yeah, thanks.
We tried to turn the car into a functioning pizza oven, you see?
Nice.
It smells like Up Dog in here.
Up dog?
Yeah.
Not like down dog?
No, it smells like Up Dog in here.
Up dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, but what? Wait.
It smells like
wait,
Up Dog.
It smells like Up Dog in here.
Up dog?
Wait.
You mean down
No,
dog?
do you know? Wait, Up Dog? But It's not the point. The point is
The point is
we have
annoying
these
someone.
delicious
Orange.
go right here. Now these have been.
Do we eat at the same time? Do we cross?
Yeah, cross swords.
Do we?
You guys can be Palm Aligo Eskimo brothers.
I like the phrase tunnel buddies.
That's
Wow.
really good. That's fantastic. The consistency is incredible.
The texture is so specific. I see what you mean about like using the right cheese to get
Yeah.
enough of that.
Yeah.
And there's the proteins in it to get it to stretch. We have used too fancy of a cheese. It's gonna break. I like the idea of using multiple cheeses, getting a little moisture mozz in there, and then something like
That's just the way we've made it. It's usually about 50-50.
Yeah, but we want to push those boundaries. We want to see like how far we can actually take the KFC Famous Bowl. Because right now, it's famous. We want to make it famouser. Like we want to make it Coney 2012 famous.
Like super famous.
Super famous.
Like Takashi 6ix9ine.
Just like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Chef Neal, thank you so much
Yeah.
for having us in your restaurant. It's really fantastic.
Thank you.
I look up to you as a fancy role model.
Oh, thank you.
And also as our new cooking dad.
Finish this off.
We got a long car ride, so.
There you go.
Shotgun.
All right, so we have all our ingredients out here. First, we're gonna start with our 11 secret herbs and spices.
Okay.
These are not secret because you can see exactly what they
They have
are.
labels.
We're pulling the veil off
to
today,
see what you got
baby.
there.
And then for the gravy, we're also gonna be adding jambon de Bayonne. This is the French version of prosciutto. Should give you a little bit of porkiness in it. We need to bread our chicken as well. Well, not chicken, we'll get to that later. This is heirloom einkorn flour. These are potatoes.
Yeah.
Well, they're Yukon Gold potatoes, which is exactly what Chef Neal used in his.
Yeah.
And then to thicken our gravy, we're using mousse basquiat. Give that a smell.
Ooh.
So this is a Basque-style duck liver pate that we're gonna thicken our gravy with. And then we got our Normandy-style cultured butter. And then this is a very special product. This is Neal's favorite cheese in the world, and he said if he were to make his dream pomme aligot, this is what he'd use. Give that a big ol' whiff.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, this has been stanking up our fridge.
That's an insane smell.
And then for the cheese that we're grating on top of it, we have Comté, also
Okay.
French cheese. For our gravy, we're gonna be deglazing with Calvados. And then we need to do something with the corn. So I was thinking we lacto ferment the corn in hibiscus. I wanna get a little fancy with chicken, and chickens
Yeah.
can only get so fancy because they're incredibly stupid, simple birds.
Put like a top hat on it.
We could have.
Yeah.
So instead, I got 6 Scottish wild grouse.
Okay.
And you have to pronounce it grouse.
Gross.
6 Scottish wild grouse.
Gross.
So first step, it's gonna be butchering down these grouse.
Great.
Let's get to it, Michael.
Yeah.
that was straight to Arnold. Michael, we have to butcher the grouse. Anyways, we have to butcher the grouse. All right, I'm gonna try and slice along
Yeah,
this
right.
breastbone right here. Take this little baby leg off there. Just get your thumbs inside. And you can just kind of crack it off.
Oh,
And that,
jeez.
there are definitely still some feathers in here.
That was like a Gollum move. You're like a surgeon, bro.
You're like a surgeon. I've seen you work on like tiny little props, you know, and you're very intricate. Do you have like a tiny little knife that you can help me butcher this tiny little bird with?
Yeah. Where do you want to
Just
cut
try
it
and
at?
follow the ridge along there. Have you ever used your Art Exacto knife on a tiny Scottish game bird before?
No, but I have used it on birds.
The darker the flesh in the bird, that generally means that it had more activity in its life. And so since this is a wild game bird, then you're actually gonna get this super dark red flesh with tons of blood running through it.
wrong knife for the job, man. Can
I think I should go back to the, you wanna try that?
If you trust me with this bigger
Trust you, yeah. Just pull back the meat
this
and then
is so
kind of
much
gently
nicer.
run the blade through there. All right, so we have our beautiful breast pieces here that we're gonna turn to the popcorn chicken on top of the famous bowl, and then we're saving all these bodies that we're gonna sear off in a pan, and then that's gonna be the base for our grouse gravy. Great grouse gravy. What's the fanciest corn you've ever had?
I had one in college that looked like kind of like a curly mustache.
That's really fancy.
Yeah.
That's super fancy. So can you take the hibiscus flowers and dump it in that? You're essentially gonna make a hibiscus
All at
flower
once?
tea. All at once. We're making a dish that's actually called sour corn. It's based off this Appalachian dish. It's based like sauerkraut but with corn.
Okay.
And I'm pretty excited about it. So the way we're lacto fermenting this, right? That means essentially pickling in a natural way. You're fermenting it. So we're just gonna layer salt and corn in there.
So the layering thing is just to kind of spread the wealth, right?
Just to spread the
I
wealth.
see
And
what
then
you're
we're gonna do a
doing.
little cocktail shake. Okay, so we got the salt all working with the corn there. You got your beautiful hibiscus tea. I wanna add a little bit of habanero to this.
Okay.
Show how awesome of a color that is. Super, super
Yeah, it's
bright
really
purple.
nice. It's really nice.
It should stain the corn really well.
Yeah, I was gonna
but
say
cool.
you could use this as a dye for
Trevor,
things.
strainer me. Oh no! That was awesome.
Dude, that was amazing. So this is going in there.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I hold it? I'm
You can just hold
left-handed. I don't want to dump that.
Are you left-handed too?
Schnoink, yeah.
We have too many lefties in the
All of
office.
it?
Yeah, that's great. No, don't get any of it in there. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Here,
Pour
I'll hold
all of it in there.
I see
No,
what
no,
you
no.
did. I
washed
see
my
what you
hands
did.
this
You
time.
wanted to just hold the funnel.
That's great. Yeah, here. I'll hold this.
Okay, here we go.
I'll hold your
With bravery,
hands.
with bravery.
Just dump it all in there. Great. So now you're just gonna
Red
go ahead.
rum.
So we're just gonna go ahead and let this sit on a shelf for at least a week.
Great.
Like we gotta start building our gravy.
Agreed.
Yeah, it'd be stupid to fry the chicken before we build our gravy.
I know. I like you say build the gravy.
We're gonna go ahead and get a lot of butter into our hot pan. You're just gonna start chopping up those carrots into about 1.5 inch chunks.
Okay.
So we're gonna take our grouse bodies and we're actually gonna start browning them in the butter. We wanna get a little bit of burn on that butter because I want that nice nutty flavor. It's gonna be a little sweeter palate of a gravy than we would have gotten from something like KFC. Good old liberal salting.
Liberal salting.
Liberal salting, it's a phrase I use so much and I realize that people don't know what it means. Just make it snow on it. You make it rain, like Ludacris at the...
Any event.
Anything. I feel like he does that everywhere.
I saw him one time in a bathroom and he was just at the urinal just making it rain.
Weird. You're also gonna take 2 celery stalks, dice those up, and then the onion, cut it into quarters.
Are we ever gonna be chopping broccoli?
What's it a reference to?
Look it up, everybody.
We're creating what's called a fond on the bottom of the pan.
I'm fond of that.
So I'm fond of you.
Aww.
I'm fond of the relationship that we've cultivated over the years of working together.
Years. It's like a year. It's almost 2 years.
That's multiple years.
Look at us. It's serious.
GROUSE!
That was like Mrs. Doubtfire.
If you had a chance to change your fate, would you?
Help is on the way.
Hello! My grandma sounds exactly like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
So meat, anytime you brown it, it's gonna leave little goodies at the bottom of the pan. You see what's creating there? And then we're gonna add something that is gonna deglaze it. So that means it's gonna pick up all that fond. We're gonna use the calvados for that. So we're putting our ham in there. We're gonna get a little bit of that ham fat actually deglazing.
Okay.
And that's just gonna make everything taste like ham. So now we're gonna get our aromatics in there.
I love cooking with you, man.
I do too.
So
This
fun.
Toss all those in.
Think I can get them all in at once?
That's not bad.
Thank you.
Then we're gonna put in our thyme.
Okay.
Take your time.
Every now and then.
You can't sing any songs because
yeah, we have to cut it out, yeah.
It sucks. So we got our vegetables in there. We got our ham.
Yeah.
Just get a waft. It's nice, right?
Yeah. Trevor caught it.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of sweetness to it, that little bit of appliness.
That's real alcohol.
Ooh!
I thought you guys
nice.
used like picture alcohol.
No, you get some nice caramelliness on it.
So Danny DeVito is always drunk.
He is always drunk. Then we're gonna go add our grouse bodies back in the stock. So now we got our grouse, and now we're gonna fill this pot all the way to the top with water, and we're gonna let it simmer for 6 hours.
Okay, what do you want to do during that time?
Go watch the movie Stick It with Jeff Bridges.
Love that movie.
It's a good movie.
That's that. What the hell are we doing?
Top Gun, baby, that's what they do in Top Gun.
No, they listen to Hanging with the Boys and they do a cool high five. Let's do it.
Woo! So we have the stock that we've been boiling for 6 hours. You wanna give it a taste?
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
Right? It's such incredible deep flavor in that.
Yeah, there is.
So now we just need to thicken it up.
Oh,
So we're gonna
man.
take that Normandy butter. We're adding flour to our melted butter in here. That's gonna create what's called a roux, which is gonna thicken that
I'm
gravy.
familiar.
up.
He hung out with Winnie the Pooh all the time. Tigger and all those guys.
Yeah,
Roux.
the whole crew. Christopher Walken, he's the...
Hey, it's
You're
Roux.
a bear with no pants.
Yeah, Christopher Walken's good.
I've never done that before.
I liked it.
So we're gonna cook this down until it's a little bit brown, and then we're gonna add the stock to it, and then that's gonna thicken it, and then we're gonna thicken it even more with what is this?
Moose brown.
Yes.
It's like moose brown pata. What is it?
It's mousse bran pata.
Yeah.
Take the mousse bran pata, and we're gonna put it in here. So we're gonna go ahead and add the stock to the roux, and you're gonna see it thicken up immediately.
Oh yeah.
Look at that, it's getting nice and pasty.
Do we have any biscuit wheels? Because we're going to Gravy Town.
Are you making a car with biscuit wheels? Mike, do you think it'll work?
Yeah, actually, I think we'd stand a better chance of doing that than the cheese wheels.
So we need one last thing. We need to emulsify some of this pate in there. I'm gonna thin it out with a little bit more stock. Do you got any cool art tool or prop that we can use to emulsify that in there?
Yeah, let me just go down to the basement. I'll get it.
We're pretty experienced mimes. Wait, check this out.
Here it is.
No, wait, check. I'm milking a cow.
Oh, crap. Check it out. I'm moonwalking.
I'm gonna pop a bunch of the pate in there.
Careful, everybody stand back.
Do it, just whisk fast, man.
Josh, do you want to taste the
And lick the whisk?
yeah.
Ooh, holy crap. Oh my God, Michael.
You want to stir it for real?
Get in there with your tasting spoon.
That's how I taste everything.
All right, so we're getting this melting. We just need to buffer our potatoes. So start taking those potatoes and put it through our ricer.
Okay.
Chef Neal used a food mill, but we're using potato ricer, which is pretty much the same thing. Dude, Chef Neal is super legit. That guy comes from like a crazy Michelin-starred pedigree, and it's crazy that he took time out of his day to teach us.
I know, that's kind of what I mean.
Check out how crazy this cheese is. So it's super oozy, but like touch it and feel the temperature of it.
Like after I get rid of the visual, it's tasty.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get you a
Why are you
towel.
using your hand?
explode on your face. And just get that right in there. Then you're gonna go ahead and take your potatoes.
Wait.
And you're just gonna put the potatoes right into that melted butter and milk.
Is there still cheese on my face?
Right now, this is already just gonna be a delicious mashed potato, but we're not making delicious mashed potatoes, Mike. What are we making? This is my natural posture.
Pompadour Esquire!
Pomali go! And so we're gonna take a lot of this epoisse and get it right in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Great. All right, Mike. We need
is
more
good.
stretchy cheese.
Okay, wait, that's this one, right?
There it is. Nice and delicate like. There it is. Yeah, go high. It's looking good though.
It's starting to look, it's got that drippy doo-wop that he's talking about. Oh, drippy doo-wop. This can clean up things, look. It's like a Swiffer.
I feel like in a past life, you were like someone who thought of themselves as like Thomas Edison's rival, except you just made like the most pointless inventions possible.
Oh man, that was such a compliment. That was like the most like
It's like,
backhanded
no, this
compliment.
is a toilet that can make a sonogram.
You know what you remind me of? Like a wannabe Thomas Edison who
Yeah.
like came up with stupid ideas.
We're almost getting there.
Yeah, we are.
I think we may need just a lot more cheese.
Homeboy put a lot of cheese in it.
Yeah.
This is looking really good.
It's getting there. We're almost all the way melted through. I think what we have to do is just walk away from it. You know what we could do? Mike, come back here. We're doing it until we get it right.
Yeah.
One more time. So I'm shifted left.
What I'm doing, I know I'm doing it right. I feel like part of what you've done is wrong.
So we're going in. It's a double. It was a double kick. Top Gun.
I don't
kissed
know
twice.
this part.
And then, Mike, get back here and kiss me again. That's it.
Yeah!
So we need to make our secret urban spice blend. It's all gonna start with a base of salt. That's gonna carry everything through.
Yeah, you told me that.
Salt is the baseline from which all flavor harmonies are written. So you're gonna go ahead and take a little dash of each of these.
Little dash
If
was
you
my rap
notice,
name.
We have 11 herbs and spices there, but what's this behind your ear?
Is that
Nothing, you
misdirection?
idiot, but I had turmeric. 12
Yeah, I
herb
could tell.
and-
I felt your hand on the front of my apron.
That's good. White pepper. I like it.
My nickname in high school.
Oh, cardamom. Cardamom is not in KFC, definitely. No one has decoded the KFC secret urban spice mix, but I can tell you that cardamom is definitely not in there, but it's gonna add like this little kind of floral verdancy to it. Whoa, that's a new word. I don't think that exists. So we got white pepper, we got coriander, we got black pepper.
Yeah, the black pepper I recognize.
We got marjoram. Marjoram is actually a really fantastic dried herb to go with poultry.
Yeah.
We got some smoked paprika going in there.
Okay. Onion powder.
That's great. That adds just like a little savory note to literally everything. Turmeric doesn't have a super intense flavor palette by itself, especially when it's dried, but it's gonna add a lot of great golden color to this deeply red and shocking looking bird.
Yeah, it looks like the heart that that dude pulls out of the guy's chest in Indiana Jones.
Kalima!
Shakti Day!
That's the only Indiana Jones that I've seen. So this is rosemary going in there, then we have dried thyme. Those are the herbs from the herbs and spices. Mike, this is
you go.
genuinely beautiful.
Thank you. You asked me to do it.
Whoa!
My first reaction was to freak out, but then I just wanted to act like you do that stuff all the time, so I backed off. I'm like, just act like you've been here
You'd be
before.
such a good wingman.
We should go on a double date.
We should go on a double date.
Okay.
I feel like we talked about it
know.
at the Christmas party. We never did.
Well, we talked about a lot of things at the Christmas party that we never did.
Mike, this is a heck of an urban spice blend. Okay. So we're gonna take this, it's very salt heavy.
man.
We're gonna dust that all over our grouse. We're seasoning literally every part of this because an under-seasoned ingredient and an over-seasoned ingredient doesn't equal a seasoned dish. Perfectly seasoned all around.
So it makes, really? I
Yeah.
want to soak this up. So
you-
you would always do this?
I would always season literally every part of my dish, just in case.
Yeah.
We're gonna go wet hand, dry hand. I'm wet hand, you're dry hand.
Just like,
Just like college? Is that what you're gonna say? Because I was gonna say that. Okay, so we have buttermilk here, and then we have our flour here. What we're actually gonna do is take a little bit of that buttermilk, and we're gonna pour it into the flour. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna make the chicken extra craggy. So we're gonna take all of it? Yeah, dude, let's do all of it.
save one, yeah.
We'll save one. We're doing a double dredging here. We're just gonna toss it in our flour.
Wet hand,
and then
dry hand. Am I wet hand?
Your wet hand. Don't do what you did with the potatoes. I don't want to get raw grouse on
I
me.
was told to do that.
By whom?
Ben Eck. Ben Eck.
Lives inside your head. The director of this whole thing, Ben, lives inside your head.
Yeah.
That's what you've manifested.
Hey,
Okay.
I know this is a diatribe, but I used to live next door to a girl who had a restraining order on the singer from Incubus because she believed he had a telephone directly into her brain. Look it up on the internet. Look it up on the internet. I used to live next door to her.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take our floured grouse pieces and we're gonna put them
I'm
right
wet
in the
hand.
buttermilk. Give it a nice little gentle toss and massage with your hands. And then just toss it back in here.
All of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like try and like
okay,
shuffle it
okay,
through your
okay.
fingers. Give it the old finger shuffle.
Okay.
Just like in Top Gun.
They're all just
Okay,
falling
toss in
out.
the flour. This is our beautiful heirloom einkorn flour.
Finkel and einkorn.
Einkorn is Finkel. Finkel is einkorn. All right, so we have our grouse nice and breaded. Should be perfectly seasoned all throughout. And then we're just gonna start dropping it into the fryer.
So you went dry, wet, dry in. Dry,
Yeah.
wet, dry in. BA, select, start.
Dry, wet, dry. And that's called a double dredge.
You could be in a sequel to Judge Dredd called Judge Dredge, where it's like cooking and that's how you stop Wesley Snipes.
I can stop Wesley Snipes.
Did somebody write that idea down? Guys? What? Did you write my idea down for the sequel
Yeah.
to Judge Dredd
Mike had a-
called Judge Dredge? Do you know how long you want to fry it for? Are you looking for like the outside to like be a certain color? Like how do you know?
Oh yeah. All right, this needs about another 90 seconds. Then we're gonna fry another batch, and then we're gonna get to building our build a big boy. Whoa!
Oh, LeBron James / Top Gun.
Ah! One more time. Forgot the kiss.
Golly.
That's so much.
That's a lot of petrados.
This is a lot of petrados right in here. And now we're just gonna start throwing chicken on top. Mike, start throwing chicken on there.
Okay. A big part of our directing, intention.
This is our Mount Kilimanjaro of chicken. How's the fermented purple corn?
That tastes really good. I wasn't sure I was gonna like it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big pepper person, but I also trust you with everything inside me, you know?
Eat this flour. Eat the flour, Mike. If you trust me.
I don't want to eat it.
Put it in your mouth.
Do I have to?
Yeah, put it in there. Get that gravy poured right all over. Oh, yes. I kind of want to drip some down the glass.
You should have done
There we
that
go.
first. We could have like drizzled it inside. Like one of these. The purple corn's a nice color.
That's what I want, a nice little color pop, because you're an art guy. I'm an artsy guy.
You're a very artsy guy.
Do you want to grate the Comté cheese over the
Yes.
top?
If you do it from up higher, it'll land with more intention. Like I told you, it's all about intention.
Stop!
I want to eat it with you now, man.
we eat it?
Yeah.
I want to eat this with you more than anything in the world. But
Yeah.
first, to remember,
Rest
old
in
time's
peace.
sake,
Yeah. Old time's sake is right.
grab a bite.
Of the old?
Yeah, we need to do this to remind ourselves of how delicious and fancy our new is.
That's screwed up, man. No, it's good. It's good. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what it tastes like. And we're breaking out the fancy
Amazing.
pewter sporks. Oh, we're still getting the cheese
That's
stretch
like the
from that.
perfect bite.
Mike, you remember that scene in Top Gun where they feed each other?
Yeah.
Whoa! Michael. I hit you with such a pop.
The grouse is so good.
The grouse is so good.
It's like a mélange à trois of flavor.
This is exactly a mélange à trois flavor.
But how much did this bad boy set us back?
Well, it only set us back $308.72. So it's not that expensive, is the best part.
We could get 1,000 KFC Famous Bowls, though, is all I'm saying.
Well, why would you when you got the perfect one right here?
It's true. Bottoms up. You look like a drunk little kid who like wandered into the wedding reception when everyone's just blasted.
Oh, Mike, this is incredible. Thank you so much for cooking here with me as I just finger another nugget of grouse. Finger a nugget of grouse. Grouse! Thank you so much for being here with me. And thank you guys so much for watching. We got another episode of Fancy Fast Food coming up next Tuesday. We got more recipes coming. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll see you next week. Ah, good gosh. I'm almost choked.
Goes down smooth.
Get as messy as you want in your kitchen when you have the Mythical Kitchen Towel. Available now at mythical.com.